The forearm truth nobody tells you. Most lifters think their forearms are permanently stuck at whatever size genetics gave them. Small wrists, thin forearms, weak grip. They accept it as unchangeable. But here's what they're missing. There's one specific section of your forearm that controls almost all the size, strength, and definition you see. And it's the exact part almost nobody trains. Walk into any gym and you'll see the same pattern. Guys hammering chest, arms, and shoulders while their forearms look like toothpicks. The excuse is always genetics, as if your wrist circumference determines your entire forearm potential. But the real issue is simpler. These muscles never get real tension. What people don't realize is that skipping forearm work doesn't just leave your arms looking incomplete. It weakens every pulling movement you do, leaves your wrists and elbows vulnerable to injury, and kills the visual balance that makes arms look powerful from every angle. And the wildest part? Fixing all of this only requires two movements done correctly. Your forearms aren't just one muscle. They run on three major players: the flexors underneath that curl your wrist upward, the extensors on top that pull it back, and the brachioradialis, that thick muscle near your elbow that adds width to your entire forearm. Almost every standard gym routine accidentally hits only one of these, usually the flexors, and leaves the other two completely ignored. That imbalance is exactly why most forearms look flat and stringy instead of full and dense. Once you understand how each muscle fires and what movement activates it, the right exercises become obvious. And the first one changes everything instantly. Number 1, wrist extensions. The exercise everyone skips. If there's one movement almost every lifter avoids, sometimes without even knowing it, it's wrist extensions. And that's insane because this is the exact exercise that builds the raised armor-like ridge running across the top of your forearm. The part that makes your arm look strong even when it's relaxed. Most people have never trained this muscle directly, which is why their forearms stay flat no matter how many curls they do. The setup is simple. Sit down, rest your forearm on your thigh, and let your wrist hang off the edge with your palm facing down. Grab a light dumbbell, lighter than your ego wants, and let your wrist drop naturally. Now lift the weight using only your wrist, not your elbow, not your shoulder, just that small hinge at the end of your forearm. When you slow down and force the muscle to do the lifting, you'll feel a type of tension that almost no other exercise creates. Sharp, controlled, and very specific. Here's where most guys destroy the movement. They rush through the rep like they're in a race. Fast up, fast down, zero control. That turns it into pure momentum with no muscle activation. But when you pause for a split second at the top, squeeze the extensors hard, and then lower the weight slowly, almost resisting the pull, everything changes. That slow negative floods the muscle with real stimulus. It teaches the extensors to fire properly, strengthens the small connective tissues around your wrist, and gives that dry, detailed look on the upper forearm most people think only comes from genetics. The extensors are small muscles, so they fatigue quickly, but they also recover fast. 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps is the sweet spot. Those last reps should burn enough to make your hands shake slightly. That's when you know you're finally hitting the muscle that's been ignored your entire lifting life. And once these extensors catch up in strength, something unexpected happens. Your pulls feel stronger, your wrists feel more stable, and everyday grip tasks suddenly feel effortless. But extensions only build half the picture. The real thickness comes from the muscle underneath. Number 2, wrist curls. If wrist extensions carve out the top of your forearm, wrist curls are what build the heavy, dense thickness underneath, the part that actually makes your forearms look big from every angle. This is the muscle group most lifters think they're training when they do barbell curls, but they aren't. The flexors barely activate during regular curls because stronger muscles take over. But when you isolate them directly, the difference is immediate and almost shocking. Set up the same way you did for extensions. Sit down, rest your forearm on your thigh, let your wrist hang off the edge, but this time your palm faces upward. The position alone changes everything. When you let the dumbbell roll slightly toward your fingers, you'll feel a stretch most people have never experienced before. That stretch is critical. It loads the muscle from the very bottom and sets you up for a powerful contraction. Now, curl the weight using only your wrist. No elbow lift, no upper arm movement, no leaning back. Just a clean, controlled hinge. When you reach the top, pause and squeeze. Really squeeze, like you're trying to crush the handle. That pulse of tension at the peak is what builds density and strength. Without that squeeze, you're just going through the motion with zero benefit. The biggest mistake people make here is rushing the movement. They let the weight fall, bounce it off their fingers, and yank it back up with momentum. Not only does that kill the stimulus, it also invites wrist discomfort. Slow the lowering phase. Feel the stretch. Control the ascent. That rhythm of stretch, lift, and squeeze is what creates the round, full shape that makes forearms pop even when your arms are hanging naturally at your sides. Just like extensions, go for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. By the time you hit the last few reps, you should feel that deep burn that makes your entire forearm tighten like a rope. And if you want a pump that feels like your skin might split, pair wrist extensions and wrist curls back to back with no rest between them. A simple superset that exaggerates the tension and forces more blood into the muscle than it's used to handling. Beyond the pump, wrist curls do something extensions alone can't. They strengthen your grip in a way that carries over to everything. Deadlifts, rows, pull-ups, even carrying groceries or heavy bags. Strong flexors make your entire arm feel more connected, more stable, and more powerful. And once you combine extensions and curls, you unlock a level of forearm development most guys never reach. At the end of the day, building massive forearms isn't complicated. It's just something most people overlook. When you train the muscles everyone else ignores, you unlock strength, control, and definition that show up in every lift you do.